Hello everyone, Dr. John Bartemus here at Functional Medicine Charlotte with Kelly, and Kelly would like to share her story with us today. So Kelly, first of all, thanks for being here, and secondly, why did you first seek out functional medicine?
Well, I've had a lifetime of health things and medical, going to doctors and all that good stuff. I got interested in functional medicine and just more natural through a friend of mine, and had been looking in this area for somebody that was a good expert in that field, in the functional medicine field. And I'd worked with someone out of town, which was a really difficult thing to do. And then I had another friend who sees you, and she recommended, and so I landed here. All
right, and what are, if you don't mind sharing, what are some of the specific struggles you were dealing with and looking for help with?
Yeah, I mean, I've had thyroid issues that were diagnosed, and wanting to do more natural stuff for that. Fatigue, low libido, that was a big one. I deal with a lot of stress, so just trying to manage that better. Bowel issues, indigestion issues, that kind of thing.
Okay, and you had mentioned some swallowing.
And my throat stuff, yeah, that's a big one. My swallowing. So I've dealt for 2 years with this need to continue to clear my throat, and I've been to ENT, you name it, done all kinds of things, in the conventional world that just never really seemed to help. And so that was a big one too, to try to get to the bottom of that. That's probably really was the number one reason that I came.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for all those things, we went through the process of doing the detective work, putting the puzzle together, figuring out what was real and what wasn't in your case, and then we addressed it. And so what was your experience of addressing it?
It was good. I just have an appreciation for the depth and detail, like of the blood work, and understanding more of our whole bodies and how so many things work together. And I feel like, most of us, we're just treated symptomatically, so it's like, okay, oh, well, your thyroid, these numbers look this way, so take this and do this. And there's so many things that work in a circle, within your body. And the process itself, for me, was challenging just because of my lifestyle, and it's a very high stress and very fast paced for me. I'm a full-time working mom of 3, and just so much going on. But I just had the mindset to buckle down and do it. And I didn't get to do, I didn't get to exercise and do some of the things that you recommended, but the diet was very important. Staying with the supplements was very important. And, I felt like if I could just pick off something and do something really good, then, I could find some good results from it. So, I think we have.
Okay.
Yeah,
the next question was, did you? So
yeah.
What are some of the results?
Yeah. So, I really noticed, a big change in my digestion. I can tell what dairy was doing to me, digestively, and big change in my energy, a big change in my libido, which my husband thanks you for. And seriously, those are some of the really big changes that I could just really tell, and other people could tell it too, which is good. That you just felt better. When I got up in the morning, I felt better, and
the stressors really didn't change.
And no, my stressors didn't change. Yeah. It was really all about the gut work, I think, that we've been working on. And like I shared, I kind of bombed over Christmas and didn't keep up with the gut stuff so much. But like we've discussed, I know what to do, and I know what's needed to do. Yeah. So you introduce certain things back, and you go, oh, that didn't work so well.
So there's an awareness now that before you ever knew what clean was, you didn't realize when you were dirty. So
and I, off and on, I did this and that, but you really got to go all in with the eating part. Yeah. And, I've had friends that did the elimination diets and all these different things, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll eat this organic, or you do this. But if you don't really stop and try to cut it all out and really get back to the whole food thing, I think that's what's really has been key here to really get down to the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah. And then how about the throat?
It's a lot better. I wouldn't say it's 100% cleared up, but I'm not clearing my throat every day. Mm-hmm. I can just still feel like, it almost feels like just like a layer of something in there, like a little coated of something. But shoot, with all the sickness going around too, it just could be phlegm, could be mucus and phlegm, just normal stuff. But I'm so used to having a problem for several years that that it doesn't bother me as bad, even when it's just a little mucus or sickness. But it's improved a ton. I'm not clearing my throat. I went through a process where I didn't even want to kiss my husband just because my mouth was so uncomfortable, my throat was uncomfortable, and all of that's really improved. So
excellent. So if someone was on the fence or more had a bias towards, say, the mainstream model, but wasn't finding what they were needing, for example, like in your throat deal for a 2-year search, what would be your words of advice to them?
Well, I've told a lot of my friends that this is something that, we all know people dealing with some issue, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it, and then, they go to the doctor and they think they're getting to the bottom of it, but something that they're taking or doing is causing something else to go in a different direction. And, I've tried to encourage them to do something like this, and and unfortunately it's not covered by our insurance and all those things. But if you think about what you spend trying to chase things down between your insurance and deductibles and all that, and just thinking about what you can do, this has been, I think, one of the most beneficial things you can do to it's a good spend of your money, I guess.
Absolutely. Good value.
Good value.
That's right. Well, good. Well, Kelly, I'm proud of you and proud of all that you've learned through the process, and excited to see what you continue to create.
Yeah, I hope I can continue to do more, because like I said, I'm a perfectionist and I want to do it like by the book, but sometimes life just doesn't allow you to do that.
Yeah, and one of the key things I say to perfectionists is if perfection is so stressful that it's hurting you, then
stop it.
Yeah, that's
right. Let's get advice from you. That's really good.
Well, good. So Kelly, thank you, and thank you for watching.